You may have heard that there is a small global elite that controls the world's politics, trade and finances. It is frightening to think that we are being controlled by an elite. But what if that's the way it is? The name Illuminati is familiar to everyone, but few know what it exactly means. Scary initiations, money control and networks among the most influential people in the world. All of this, apparently, is about the Illuminati. Historically, they have always tried to dominate the rest of us, political institutions and religious institutions. It may sound like a strange notion of a conspiracy theory to many of you, but the Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich revealed how a very small group of individuals around the world might actually control finance and trade. Let's take a look at this, and then we will decide what is real and what is conspiracy. The term Illuminati is a Latinism for the past participle of the word illuminare, which translates to enlightened in Latin. It refers to secret organizations in fiction, as well as mysterious organizations in reality. In the objective sense, the Illuminati were established in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, who was from Munich, Bavaria. Their aim was the dissemination of secular knowledge as transmitted by the Enlightenment guidelines, knowledge that would actively oppose superstition, obscurantism, and the Church's interference in social life, as well as the state's abuse of power. Conspiracy theories claim that the Illuminati are an international secret society seeking to establish a single global financial, political, and social government, allegedly responsible for major historical revolutions and assassinations. The society was supposed to have changed the relationship between politics, government, and religion, and moved to a model of rational and reason-oriented education beyond religious principles. Their members were recruited from the intellectual and financial class, challenging the supremacy of the Catholic Church and trying to shape political and social decisions. The Bavarian Illuminati were a short-lived movement composed of free thinkers, referred to as perfectionists. They were known primarily by their initial names as Ancient and Accepted Prophets of Bavaria, or Order of the Perfectibilists. The founder of the Illuminati order was a professor from the University of Ingolstadt named Adam Weishaupt, a professor of canon law and practical philosophy. He was notably the only secular professor at a Jesuit school, which continued to have a significant presence at the university after the order's dissolution in 1773. Weishaupt recruited among the best students at the university, establishing the order on the night of 30th of April to 1st May 1776. The order began recruiting others, such as Adolf von Knigge, a Protestant baron and Freemason, and grew significantly in number, amassing over 2,000 members across Bavaria, France, Hungary, Italy, and Poland. Adam Weishaupt always aimed higher, and when he tried to merge his doctrine with Freemasonry, he failed to gain necessary support, resulting in his dismissal and estrangement from Knigge. In 1784, with the help of the Catholic Church, the order was banned and dissolved by Prince Karl Theodor von Dalberg. In modern times, some followers believe that these Illuminati are operating in secrecy. The prerequisite for admission to the order was the unanimous consent of all members, along with great wealth and social and familial respectability. There was an elaborate hierarchical system, along with degrees of initiation, and these new members were widely accepted among Freemasons and former Freemasons. The Illuminati initiations were excessively dramatic and terrifying, with grotesque rituals in medieval castle towers. The Illuminati had their greatest influence over literati, such as Goethe and Herder. Theorists argue that the group is composed of many of the most prominent and powerful individuals in modern and ancient history, including Winston Churchill, allegedly cited as having warned about the group, the Bush family, Barack Obama, the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, particularly David Rockefeller, Zbigniew Brzezinski, George Soros, and even Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth I, according to some conspiracy theories. The order's emblems, such as the Owl of Minerva and the All-Seeing Eye, are still current today, although the connection is constantly denied. The initiation rite Illuminati historians conclude, was highly dramatic and sinister. The candidate had to pass through the medieval castle by a long, dark corridor with a moat and 4 watchtowers. In the large, sombre hall, draped in black cloths, lit by dim black lamps, without the sound of footsteps, the candidate felt as if dead bodies, dressed in rags, were passing by, moving silently and filling the air with an indescribable odour of decay. Around him there was a small altar. The man wore a blood-red diadem around his forehead, a crucifix, and a medal on his neck. He was stripped, and blood crosses were painted all over the candidate's bare body, and a line of blood intertwined his genitals. 5 common, blood-stained figures approached, murmuring unintelligibly. Suddenly a funeral pyre was lit, and the neophyte's clothes were thrown into the fire. As the pyre roared, a form began to shape in the flames, and the initiating priest's deep, resonant voice echoed the words of the oath. The priest's words were then repeated by the candidate, agreeing to sever all ties with mother, brothers, sisters, wife, friends, lovers, kings, superiors, benefactors, and promising always to be available and loyal to the Illuminati order. After this, a 7-branch candelabrum containing 7 black candles was brought in, along with a bowl containing human blood. The blood was to be used for the candidate to wash, and a certain amount had to be drunk. The cord around his sexual organs was cut, and he was fully bathed. He was then fed a meal of root vegetables. This was one of the elaborate scenes of an Illuminati initiation ceremony, as presented in a book published in 1789, titled Essay on the Sect of the Illuminati, by Jean-Pierre Louis de Luchet. The Society of the Illuminati, theorists say, is very much alive now in secret societies, linked to an elite group titled the Bilderberg Group, which includes about 100 American and European political leaders, as well as the entertainment industry, like Hollywood, artists and film industry, Disney, various media worldwide, TV broadcasters, newspapers, and websites. This group, which serves the purpose of the Illuminati, acts similarly, with similar modes of operation, symbols, and terminology, but without using the name Illuminati, as its members are perfectly aware of their identity and purpose. The Illuminati order is credited with being the precursor to historical events such as the French Revolution and the Bolshevik Revolution. Knowledge of the order's existence, even to this day, is said by some people to be a living reality that continues to shape governments and affairs worldwide. The Illuminati conspiracy theory is the so-called super conspiracy, the one that controls other smaller conspiracies. Hollywood and pop culture contribute to the notion of the theory, and the order is personified in films and even in music. In some way, theories about the Illuminati could be an externalization of very real anxieties related to politics and the economy, but at the same time, it could be an attempt to sublimate these real problems. As long as there are conspiracy theories, the truth must be pursued and information challenged. If you liked the video, leave a like, share and subscribe to the channel. This way, YouTube will ensure that more videos from the channel reach you. A big hug and see you next time.